So today we're gonna plant our fruit tree in this cardboard box. What's up, Familysteaders? I hope everyone having a great morning, great evening, great afternoon. Today I'm gonna show you how to plant a fruit tree in a container. So today we're gonna plant our fruit tree in this cardboard box.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Check out all this room our roots have to grow in this cardboard box. This is perfect for our fruit tree. So check it out. You see that? We're not really planting our fruit tree in this cardboard box, but we are planting our fruit tree in this 20-gallon storage container. Check it out. So this is the soil that I'm planting our fruit tree, which is a Honeycrisp apple tree. And this is cocoa mixed with compost. So the reason we're planting our fruit tree in cocoa and compost is because cocoa is super loose, it has great drainage, so we don't have to worry about root rot, and it holds moisture. And the reason we mixed our compost with our cocoa is because cocoa doesn't have any nutrients in it. It's just the outside of a coconut. And compost is free food for your plants. So the first thing we're gonna do is start filling our 20-gallon storage container with some soil. And we're not gonna fill it all the way. We're gonna fill it about 25, 30%. And I'm gonna show you exactly why in a second. And this is the best way to plant things in a pot. So now we're gonna smooth this out and make sure it's nice and even. And look how loose and fluffy this cocoa mixed with compost is. You see that? The roots are not gonna have any problem growing through the cocoa and compost. Stress-free. It'll be a lot harder if we planted our fruit tree directly in clay soil. So now that we got our 20-gallon storage container about 25% filled with soil, we're gonna place our fruit tree inside just like this. Check it out. See how it looks? This is perfect. This is exactly how you want your fruit tree to look when you plant it inside the container. You want to leave some space at the top, because if you plant your fruit tree all the way up here, then it won't be able to uptake all of the water, because the water will run off to the sides. So you want to make sure you leave some space at the top, just like that. Now all we have to do is start filling our container with soil. If you plant your fruit trees like this, it will be the perfect mold every time. You won't have to take it out and change the size of the hole. So doing this could be the reason your fruit tree doesn't go through transplant shock. So now all we have to do is pull our container out just like this. See that? It's that easy. Check it out. Perfect mold for your fruit tree. Let me get a little closer so you guys can see. Check that out. The perfect mold, perfect home for your fruit tree. That easy. Now all we have to do is take this out of that container and put it in this container. So when you're taking your fruit trees out of this original container, you want to make sure you tap around the sides. And what this is going to do is loosen it up so it comes out of the container easier. Now all we have to do, gonna lift it up like this. Pull it off, just like that. Now all we have to do is place it in our container. And it's that easy. You see that? Perfect. It's that simple. And we're not going to add any fertilizer to our apple tree because it already has fertilizer. You see these green dots right here? That's fertilizer. So we don't have to add any fertilizer to our apple tree. Now we have a free container to add to our container garden. Make sure you don't throw these away. I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you guys that. So now that we got our apple tree in our 20-gallon storage container, all we have to do now is water. So I know a lot of people ask, When is the best time to plant a fruit tree? The best time to plant a fruit tree is yesterday. A better time to plant a fruit tree is 7 years ago. Another question I know you guys might have is why are we planting our fruit trees in containers when we have enough space to plant them in the ground? The reason we're planting our fruit trees in containers is because we're planning on moving soon. And I don't want to dig up all the fruit trees and move them. I'd rather just pick up the containers and put them in a moving truck. When you water your apple tree, you want to make sure you water that root ball. I didn't even read this. And you can clearly see if you look at the last point, it says, to ensure fruiting, plant with a second apple variety, such as Fuji, Gala, Liberty, Jonathan, Granny Smith, and Red or Golden Delicious. And I only have one variety, Honeycrisp. So you know what that means? If I don't get another apple tree, this tree will never give me apples. I'm glad you guys get to see this because I definitely don't want you guys to make the same mistake as us and get so excited that you just start buying fruit trees and you don't read. Imagine if I would have never looked at that. I would have been wondering 2 years later, like, why haven't we harvested any apples yet? What's going on? If I would have read, I would have clearly seen that it says you need 2 variety of apple trees to pollinate each other so you can harvest apples. If you don't have 2 varieties, you will never harvest any apples. So you know what that means. I gotta go.